evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's Angela at Angela's Southern Comfort Dishes and Seasonings. Okay, so today's dish I bring you is fried potatoes and onion with scrambled eggs on the side, as well as low sodium bacon. You ever wanted breakfast for dinner? Well, baby, that's what Mama bringing to you today. Okay, we're gonna have us some fried potatoes and onion. We're gonna scramble us some eggs to go along with those fried potatoes and onion, and we're gonna fix us some low sodium bacon as well. Okay, I've already gone and cut up all my potatoes, and let me come on and show you what we're doing, baby. Okay, let Mama get you. Okay, so my potatoes are cut. I cut about probably 10 potatoes, and I'm gonna cut this one. This is the last one. When I peel my potatoes, what I like to do is cut them about a 1/4 inch thick, and then I would take them and slice them in half again. Sometimes I slice them in half, sometimes I don't, okay? It just depends on what I feel like doing at the time, okay? And so I cut off those little brown spots. I don't like any brown spots on anything I eat when it comes to potatoes. All right, so you see what Mama done here? All right, cool. So we're gonna rinse these potatoes about 3 or 4 times in the colander. So I cut them about a 1/4 inch thick. All right, see how I'm cutting them there? Mama cut them just like that, sugar. And then I'll take them and cut them in half. Like I said, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I want to do it or not. So I'm going to go over to the sink. I've already cut up me one large onion. I've sliced me one large onion as well. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the sink. I'm going to go over to the sink. And what I'm going to do is finish cutting my potatoes. Pull them over into the colander and let the cold water be running as I'm cutting them up. And then I'll keep rinsing them 2 or 3 times. My skillet is already hot. I've got me some vegetable oil in my skillet. I'll show you that when I come back. And I'm going to show you what I use to season my fried potatoes and onions. I'll be right back. Stand by. Okay, everyone. So I've done cutting up all my potatoes. I've cut up one large onion. I sliced them very thin. So like I told you, we're going to have fried potatoes and onions served with scrambled eggs and low sodium bacon for our dinner today. So let me get my onion. I'm sorry, I left my onions. Okay, so we have our onions, okay? So now let's get started. I want to show you what we're doing. Our skillet is nice and hot. Let me show you what we're doing here. Okay. All right, so oil is nice and hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain my potatoes in my colander. Just getting all that water off there. So we have a lot of potatoes cut up. All right, so I don't want all this water dropping down in my potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is gonna make this very, very quick because Mama don't want to get burnt. So here's how we're gonna do it. Ooh, that grease is hot, Jesus. All right, so there are all our potatoes. They're going to the dishwasher. Rubbing hands. Okay, so this is how I do mine, okay? I take a little bit of McCormick seasoning oil and I add it. McCormick onion powder. I don't know why I say seasoning oil, excuse me. Onion powder. This is the way I cook my potatoes and onion. Add a lot, because you have about 12. I added a few more potatoes. So we have about 12 potatoes cut up here. All right, so we have to get a lot of onion powder in here, okay? So then I'm going to top it off with some McCormick seasoning oil. Let's see which side I was opening. Get a little flavor. I don't use Lawry's. Lawry's has too much sodium for me. And my husband and I, like I said, we have hypertension, and my husband, has heart problems. So then we're going to top it with black pepper. We don't have much in here. We're going to use what we have in this can, and I have another one on reserve back up. Okay. I hope everybody's doing good. I've been dealing with this sinus pressures headache. Not doing too good. All right, so we're going to have whatever black pepper's in there. So then here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. We're going to add some fresh garlic powder by McCormick. McCormick garlic powder on fried potatoes and onion. Honey, brings out the flavor. Now, you probably see that I have not added oil to where it's covering my potatoes. You just want a little bit, probably about 1/4 way in the pan. So what I've done, that's what I've done. So I've had just enough oil just to get it started. So then I'm going to take this one large onion. And we're just going to go ahead and add it to our potatoes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Amen. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our top. And first of all, let me get my spoon. Excuse me one moment. I forgot to get her spoon, sugar. All right, so Mama got her spoon. So what we want to do is just kind of move these around a little. All right, all right, all right. So then here we go. So then we're gonna cover this up and we're gonna let this baby cook for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna turn my stove up to number 6. I have an electric stove. I'll turn it up to number 6, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper. I didn't put it. I have a lot of potatoes in here. All right. So then once my potatoes get done, now here's a trick. Once my potatoes get done, I will take that oil. Ooh, that's hot. I will take that oil and I will drain it off my potatoes. If you have an oil can like Mom and Grandma did back in the day, a Crisco can, however, if you want to save it or you want to toss it out and, you know, down your garbage disposal, however you wish to dispose it. With hot water, if you're going to do like Grandma did, however you dispose your oil, I always drain my oil once my potatoes are done. However you see fit to drain your oil, you do that. But what I do once my potatoes are done, I hold the top on the top of it, and I just show just a little bit on the side. I'll demonstrate that to you just right now. Let me just move these potatoes. Oh Lord, you can smell the aroma of that garlic powder and onion powder coming through. So when I'm ready to drain it, usually what I do is I leave my top on like that, just a little bit where there's no potatoes or onions seeping, and I'll hold the top down like this, and I'll just drain it like this, and get rid of my oil, how I dispose it. That's how I do. And then once I drain my potatoes, that oil off the potatoes, what I do then is I come back and I hit it a little bit with that garlic powder and just a tab. Probably about a teaspoon of seasoned oil. And then I turn on the stove for about 5 minutes with the top on it, with the grease off of it. I turn on the stove for 5 minutes. I'll come back and show you that. And then once 5 minutes is up, I stir it. Then I go ahead and serve it with whatever I'm serving with, okay? So now, what we're going to do is we're going to let our potatoes and onion cook. And they should be done in the next, I'll say, about 30 minutes. And then once they're done, I'll come back. Now, while my potatoes and onions are cooking, what I'll be doing now is go on and fry my bacon, okay, and having that done. So then once my potatoes are done, my bacon is already done, and then I'm gonna just scramble up some eggs on the side. And honey, we just gonna have breakfast for dinner. Amen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the way I grew up. That's the way I enjoy it. That's the way we love it. Amen. Okay, I hope everyone is having a great day, and I'll see you soon, okay? Okay, everyone, so our bacon is done. Our fried potatoes and onions are done. So now all we have to do, I've drained the oil on my fried potatoes and onion. So next I'm going to show you how I season it just a little bit more. I turn on the stove, and I turn it on to like number 5. I have an electric stove. And what I do is I add a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more black pepper, a little bit more onion powder, dash of garlic powder, a dash of seasoning oil. What I mean by a dash, just like probably half teaspoon. And then what I do is I stir it up. I put the top on it, and I let it cook for like 5 minutes. Just let it cook. Just let it marinate for 5 minutes. Turn the fire off. Honey, you're ready to serve, okay? So since our bacon is done, come on over here. Let Mama show you how she does the finished touching to her potatoes and onions, okay? Come on. Let's get going. All right. So since we have our potatoes done, what we're going to do is turn the stove on to number 5. Let me move this. I have to get the towel because that metal is hot. Okay, so now that we got our stove turned back on to number 5, we're going to go ahead and we're going to heat it with a little bit more black pepper. You hear the stove warming back up, okay? All right, so then I'm going to heat it with a little bit more onion powder. I don't do onion salt, no salt, just powder, okay? All right, so we got that out the way. I'm going to heat it with a little bit of seasoning. I have to be very careful due to me and my husband's health. See that? That was very quick. You don't need much. And then my favorite thing of all world, that garlic, honey. That garlic is what take it to church, all right? So now we're done with that. We're done with the garlic. We're done with that. We got all our seasonings in. So then what I do is I take this skillet and I just flip them. See that? Just flip them. That's all you got to do. Just flip them. You want to make sure everything is stirred up. Get them all mixed up in there. Just like that, okay? Make sure everything is well distributed throughout the potatoes and onion. All right? And so next, since we did all that, next what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, put that top back on that skillet. And we're going to let that go ahead and do what it's got to do, honey, for the next 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to shake it up. This handle is not that hot anymore since I cleaned everything. Okay, so since we've got that done, I'll let that do what it's got to do for 5 minutes, and then we can go ahead and eat. In the meantime, let me take you over here and show you the bacon, okay? So let Mama walk with you, honey. Okay, all right, here we go. And here's our bacon, honey. Bacon is done. It is done. So what I've done is cooked us some low sodium bacon to go along with our fried potatoes and onion and scrambled eggs. That's what we've done here. So now what we're going to do, since our potatoes are now cooking for the next 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is go ahead and scramble my eggs. I will come back once the eggs are done, and I'll show you my final presentation. Okay, everyone, so my dinner is completely done. I just wanted to come back and tell you all thank you. Please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a message. Let me know what you think about this meal. Okay, so I'm going to show you everything so I can go ahead and sit down and eat with my family. Okay, come on, let Mama show you sugar. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull this camera back a little bit. Here we go. So, this is a little hot. Ooh, honey, hold on. Mama got to get something, baby. Get a towel. I don't want to burn myself, sugar. All right, hold on. Mama pick up this towel. Okay, so we got our fried potatoes and onion in here. It's hot. Okay, we got our scrambled eggs. We've got our low sodium bacon, and we have some bananas for dessert. Okay, leave me a message. Let Mama know what you think about this meal. I hope that everyone's having a great day. Please stay safe. Love one another. We're all we have in this world. You never know what everyone is going through, but stay safe and love on each other. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time when I bring you one of my fabulous dishes. Bye-bye.